Hello students, welcome back. This is lecture number 8. This is continuation part of problem solving techniques or steps involved in the problem solving. In previous video we discussed only 3 types or 3 steps which are involved in the problem solving techniques. First one is problem definition or identification. Second one is analysis. Third one is design. These 3 steps we discussed in previous video. First we glance all those concepts once again. Student, you all are written assignment carefully. Read the PPTs, listen the videos and write a answer correctly, because many of students written wrong answers for the questions. First, see video thoroughly. When headings are mentioned there, check you all and write the answers. First one, problem solving, problem identification or problem definition. In that, first step is to problem solving technique is the problem solver should understand the problem thoroughly. Then only we have to answer for a particular problem. Second one is analysis. In the analysis, the given problem must be analyzed before it is solved. First is we can study the problem thoroughly, then we analyze it before solve the problem. Second step is. Third one is designing. In designing, problems specify the tools and techniques are used to solve the problem. Whatever we use to tools and techniques that come under the designing step. And designing step includes again 3 subtypes. In that, first one is algorithm, second one is flowchart, third one is pseudocode. First one is algorithm. Algorithm we discussed in previous video. Algorithm is an developed by the Arabic author and mathematician Muhammad Khwarizmi. Algorithm developed by the Muhammad Khwarizmi. And algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve the problem. Algorithm includes step-by-step procedure to solve a particular problem. And algorithms consist English-like statements. This is some glance of previous video. In today's we have to discuss algorithmic notifications. While writing an algorithm, we have to follow some notations. That notations listed here. See, first we have to write a name of the algorithm, and second, step number. Third one is explanatory comment. Fourth one is termination. While writing a algorithm, we have to follow these steps. First, name of the algorithm. It specified the problem to be solved. Second one is step number. identification tag of instruction and it is an unassigned positive integer. It may be a unassigned positive integer. It means all positive integer it includes. Step number means first step. Second step, we have to write how many steps we take, that we have to mention the numbers. Explanatory comment, it follow the step number and describe the operation. It should be written within a pair of square bracket. It means explanatory comment means we have to write a comment for a particular operation, that may be in a pair of square bracket. It means opening square bracket and closing square bracket. Fourth one is termination. Termination means it specifies at the end of the algorithm. It generally stops statement and lasts the instruction in the algorithm. Termination is the last statement in a algorithm. With the stop statement, it ends the algorithm. First we have to write a name of the algorithm. For writing the algorithm steps, we have to assign step numbers. If any necessary explanatory comment are there, we have to write a comment that is in a square bracket. At the end, we have to end the algorithm with the help of stop statement. These 4 steps are used to write the algorithms. Here we have to learn how to write a algorithm for a particular problem. First one is write an algorithm to compute the area of circle. Area of circle means we have to use 1 pi and double of radius. Before we are going to write a algorithm, we must know thoroughly about the problem. Second, we have to analyze it. Third, with the help of tools and technique, we have to write a algorithm. Here, first one is algorithm. Algorithm means name of the algorithm. Name of the algorithm means area of circle. For solving the area of circle, we have to first read the radius. To find the area of circle, we have to read first radius. The second step is compute the area. How we can calculate the area? With the help of pi. The pi value is 3.142 into radius into radius. Double radius we have to use to find the area of circle. This is the formula to compute the area of circle. In first step, we read the radius. Second step, we compute the area with the formula is area equal to 3.142 into radius into radius. In a third step, we have to print the area with the help of print keyword. Print is a keyword. It is used to print some statement in a desktop. Area of circle is area. Area is a variable which is used to assign this value. That value we called with the help of that variable here. At the end, step number 4 is end of the algorithm. That is with the help of stop statement, we end the algorithm. This is writing the procedure of algorithm with a particular problem. First, once again we recall this. For computation of area of circle, first we have to mention the problem name with the algorithm, that is area of circle. Second is, these are steps. Here we used 4 steps because we write a step 4. First one is, we read the radius. Second, we compute the area. For that computed area, we printed with the help of print keyword. At the end of the algorithm, with the help of stop statement, we stop the algorithm. This is the algorithm for the compute the area of circle. I hope you all are understand. Second one is, write an algorithm to perform the basic arithmetic operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here, in a first example, we calculate or we computed area of circle. But here, we have to write an algorithm for the basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. For first, we have to start with the algorithm name. Algorithm, that is arithmetic operation. Every algorithm start with the name itself. That first only we discussed 4 steps. First we have to assign the algorithm name, step number, explanatory comments and stop or a termination. First one is, name of the algorithm is arithmetic operation. For this arithmetic operation, for any addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, what we have to taken? We have to taken 2 variables. Here I taken a and b as a value. Read the value a and b. Read the value of a and b. This is the explanatory comment that is included in a square bracket. Whatever we write the comment, that must be in a square bracket. Here in a, I read a and b. First I read a and b in a first step. In a second step, compute the sum, difference, product and quotient. This is the comment which are in a square bracket. First we calculate the sum. Sum equal to a plus b. Here I taken 2 values. With the help of that 2 values, we have to add. Again, difference is a minus b. Product is a into b. Quotient means a divided by b. That is, calculation part of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are in a step number 2. Again in a step number 3, I am printing that all the sum, difference, product and quotient values separately. In first, with the help of print keyword, I am printing a and b, sum of a and b. Second, I am printing difference of a and b. Third, I am printing product of a and b. And last, I am printing quotient of a and b with the code variable. Here, sum, diff, prod and quote, these are the variables which is our result can be stored in these variables. Directly we can call the variables. What is variable, how to store the variable, how to call the variable, these things are you all are learned in upcoming videos. You all are only concentrate on how to write the algorithm. At the end of the algorithm, we have to stop with the stop statement. This is simple basic arithmetic operation algorithm. First, we write a algorithm name, that is arithmetic operation. In a second step, in a first step we read the values, that is a and v. Second step we compute the all the operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and addition. We can store the value of addition in a sum, value of subtraction that is in a diff, value of multiplication in a prod, and value of division in a quote variable. Again in a third step directly print the statement, that is sum of a and b with the sum variable, we call it sum values. With the diff variable I call it differentiate variable or differentiate answer. At the end we have to stop the algorithm or end of the algorithm with the stop statement. This is the simple fourth step included in a arithmetic operation algorithm. Third one is write an algorithm to calculate a simple interest and compound interest for the amount deposited P for some year T for the rate of interest R. Here in this example we have to calculate simple interest and a compound interest. Simple interest means, how to calculate a simple interest means, one formula is there, you all are studied in your high school itself, that is PTR by 100, P into T into R divided by 100. This is the formula for simple interest. Again for the compound interest, P into bracket of 1 plus R divided by 100 raised to T minus P. This is the formula for the compound interest. Before writing an algorithm, we must know that formula, or we must know that thoroughly how to write that particular problem. For calculating a simple interest and compound interest, we must have two formulas, for simple interest formula and compound interest formula. Now we know that. Then we have to start writing the algorithm. First we have to start with the name of the algorithm, that is algorithm simple interest. In a first step we read the value of PRT, read PRT. Here this is the explanatory comments, read the value of PRT. Here read PRT. In a second step compute the simple interest with the help of this formula, P into T into R divided by 100, we calculated. In a third step compute the compound interest with the help of P into square bracket of 1 plus R divided by 100 raised to T minus P. This is the formula for compound interest. In fourth step we have to print simple interest and compound interest with the help of SI and CI variables. At the end we have to end the algorithm with the help of stop statement. First we read the values, compute the simple interest and compound interest. Again print the statement with a simple interest, that simple interest values with the help of SI variable. This SI is stored here. Here we taken SIC. This we call it here. Here this CI is compound interest formula. This we call it here. At the end of the algorithm we stop the algorithm with the stop step. This is the algorithm to calculate the simple interest and compound interest. Another example is there, that is fourth example. Write an algorithm to find the greatest of three numbers, that is A, B, C. Greatest of three numbers means first we have to take three variables to store the three values. Variables are used to store the some values. Here we need a three values. For that we have to take three variables, that is A, B and C. For that three values we have to compare with one and another to find the greatest of three numbers. This is the hint. Now we can start writing the algorithm. First we have to mention the name of the algorithm, that is algorithm largest of three numbers. First step is read the three values to store the values, that is A, B and C. In first step we taken three values. Again next step is to compare A and B. From first to end we have to compare. From first element to second element we compare. If A is greater than B, go to step 4. If A is greater than B, we have to go to step number 4. Otherwise, if A is less than B, compare with B with a C. First, A and B is compared in a step 2. In a step 3, B and C are compared. If B is greater than C, then print B is largest. If B is greater than C, print B is largest. Else, print C is largest. First ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ರೀ, A and B ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. A ಬಿಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ B ಮತ್ತು C ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. B compared with C. If B is greater than C, then print B is largest. Else, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ C is greater than C is greater ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. Again go to step 5. In a step 4, compare A and C for the largest. If A is greater than C, then print A is largest. Else, print C is largest. Here, in third step, we compare B with the C. If B is greater than C, B is printed, that is B is largest. Else, C is largest. In a step 4, A and C is compared. A is greater than C means print A is largest. Else, C is largest. At the end of the algorithm, we have to end the algorithm with a stop statement. We have to compare three values, that is A, B and C. First, compare A with the B. In the next step, compare B with the C. Again in the first step, A compared with the C and printed the particular result. This is the algorithm for greatest of three numbers. I hope you all are understand this, how to write the algorithm. If any doubts regarding this, immediately contact me. Here some assignment questions are there. You have to solve these assignment questions. And here fifth question is write an algorithm to find the average of four numbers. This I didn't discuss in this class. You have to write own algorithm for this and send it to me. Thank you.